This is Mike Franklin, the property tax guy, and today I'm going to create an introductory video for my YouTube page to explain to you what my YouTube page Assessor Audit is all about. Again, my name is Mike Franklin, and I'm an advocate for property owners when it comes to their assessments. And Assessor Audit is intended to take a look at how assessors operate and to give the public an idea of the experiences I've had with some of these assessors. But there's more to it than that. I basically deal in the entire process of the assessment matter. So it starts with talking to your assessor. When you get your notice of your assessment, you have an opportunity to speak to the assessor, and it's an assessor's job to respond promptly to taxpayers and to look into the matter in good faith. And if they agree, make an adjustment. If not, it is their job to have an opinion of value. And so long as they look into it in good faith and thoroughly, if they disagree, they disagree. And if they agree, they'll make an adjustment. But if they do disagree, they should politely point you to your appeal options. And so to me, it's a matter of customer service, but that seems to be problematic in many cases. So that creates a need for my services. And the reason that you would get me involved in your case is because I'm a real estate broker, and I have 20 years experience all over upstate New York as to what things list for, sell for, assess for, and appraise for. So I have more real-world experience as to what the realities of this matter are. For example, some assessors, they don't have any experience, in real-world sales. But I've also functioned as a small claims assessment review hearing officer for the state for 4 years. I presided over about 80 cases, so I have a lot of experience as to, how these hearings are held, and I know what to expect from assessors. I essentially know what they're going to say before they say it. And when you go before many of these assessors, the SCAR is supposed to be a program where you don't need an attorney. But with a lot of these assessors, you better have one, they have years worth of experience, and they're gonna trip you up, use technicalities, so, I would suggest, if it's important to you, that you get somebody who knows what they're doing involved, to help you. And in any case, I'm willing to answer anybody's questions, for free. I'll help you right through, any step of the process. You just call me and I'll tell you what it is that I know. If you do want me to handle the entire case for you, do all the paperwork, handle every aspect of it, obviously I have to charge for that, and I would give you an individual proposal based on the circumstances. But again, assessor audit isn't just about the assessor, it's about the entire process. So we look at how the assessor behaves, and then there's the Board of Assessment Review, which is a town panel of townspeople. And I analyze how they behave as well. What I like to see from the Board of Assessment Review is a proper decision that explains, that's transparent, that's accountable as to how they made their decision. Oftentimes they just check a box saying insufficient information, or I had one where it said the assessor's appraisal was more whatever than the taxpayers. And of course I foiled that appraisal, and there was none forthcoming because there wasn't one. Basically what they're saying is it's so because they said so, and I have a problem with that. Whether it's a Board of Assessment Review or an assessor, they need to demonstrate where they came up with their figures, and so that's what I'm here to do. But then there's the Small Claims Assessment Review hearing. So I also assess Small Claims Assessment Review hearing officers, and also the entire administrative process for Small Claims Assessment Review. Right to the administrative judge that oversees the entire process. So I'll be explaining how that works as well. But essentially all assessment matters. And I would like you to like and subscribe to this channel. It's a very niche market thing. It's not something that's going to have thousands or hundreds of thousands of visitors, because it's specific to, a certain number of townships only within New York State. It's not a nationwide thing. So it's a very, targeted niche market kind of a thing. Let's see, what more is there to say about it. Like I said, I've participated in more than 250 cases overall, more than 150 SCAR cases, hearings, and there's just been whether it's residential or commercial. I've done both, but I'm here to help, and what I'm here to help you do is to get to what's equitable. If you're trying to get something for nothing, I'm not your guy. But if you want to get to the accurate figure, I don't want a reputation as only being a guy that helps out rich people evade their taxes. That's not where I'm coming from. But I will represent you aggressively into getting to what is equitable. Nothing more and nothing less. So that's really pretty much about it. And again, you're welcome to call me at any time, at no cost. There would be no cost unless I give you an agreement. And if you sign an agreement and you want me to actually handle the representation of it, I would give you a proposal. And if you agree to it, then we'll proceed. Of course, when you bring the case to me, what I'll do is I'll analyze it. I'm pretty quick at coming to the determination to try to figure out where an assessor is coming from. And so I'll tell you, in other words, I won't take on a case unless I'm 90+% chance we're going to win. You can't. There are cases where you can lose because, a hearing officer has an opinion of value, and it's just an opinion. So we can be right and still lose, but so that does happen. But I have a pretty good feel for what works, and if I'm 90% sure that we're in the right, then I'll take on the case. And if you sign my agreement, then we will proceed. And that's how it works. But again, you can call me anytime, and we can talk about any phase of the process that you would like at no cost. So that's basically it. Also visit thepropertytaxguy.com and assessoroaudit.com. We'll be online shortly. And like and subscribe. If you subscribe to the channel, it will notify you when I have new cases, and there will be a lot of videos here. And what I want you to see is there's the playlist section. And right now we've got Cape Vincent, Lysander, and Manlius. Now, as I mentioned, I've taken part in cases in 17 counties so far. So I have a lot of cases to talk about, and over time I will be adding those as well. Certainly, all of Central and Northern New York, the Finger Lakes region, the Mohawk Valley. I've done cases in the Hudson Valley, in the Catskills, and the Adirondacks, Southern Tier. New York State law is New York State law, and I can handle any case anywhere in New York City. And the majority of my expertise is in all of upstate New York. I'd love to get involved in New York City, but realistically, upstate New York, and Long Island as well. So again, this is Mike Franklin, the Property Tax Guy. Thank you.